having watched all the shows this weekend, best show of the weekend. I mean, they were all kind of meh, with some like sprinklings in between.
This guy already.
AEW, I would say AEW, NXT, Slammiversary.
Oh, Slammiversary happened.
And Night of Champions.
And then the champions of the night.
I see nobody talking about the other shows, though.
Not a single one. Kicking down that forbidden door. That sounds weird, but we did it anyway. It's the TSK in full form. 3, 4, 5, 6. I forgot how many shows happened this week, mainly because I was focused on this one show where I was doing everything in my power not to fall asleep. 5 hours on a Sunday.
Thanks, Tony.
We'll get into it a whole lot more, but before we do that, let's talk to the boys. They're already feeling some type of way. Harold, what's been happening and how you feeling after this one?
Oh, you know, that just 5 hours after the longest event of my life. God, I'm glad we made it through. It was a stellar event. I've been hopping on it, popping church over here in Los Angeles. Feel me, bro? Too sweet?
Oh, it's been hot and heavy out there. Rob, in the similar area, we feel in the similar ways.
We are definitely feeling in similar ways. 5 hour fucking show, boys. That was something. And that's not counting the pre-show. Imagine if we went through the pre-show. We're talking 6 hours here. 6 hours!
6. Can't do
What are we doing?
Too much. D, is the sauce pretty sour after 6 hours?
If it was a WWE show, I'd say abso-fucking-lutely. Sourest of all the sauces.
Don't do that. That's scary.
But this flowed nicely.
It had its moments of down, if you will, of chill, if you will. I think the last 2 hours of this show were some of the best pay-per-view action I've seen in almost ever. Probably the second best, if not the best, last 2 hours of any AEW pay-per-view ever. Then again, the one before this one was pretty awesome as well.
I seem to recall maybe it was, I don't know if it was Mania 34 or 33. I believe it was Taker and Reigns, where it didn't end until like 1:30 in the morning.
I want to say
it was like a 7-hour Mania.
33, I think.
Is it 33?
I remember that. So this wasn't bad.
No.
But you look at what we got, Ospreay and Swerve.
Wow.
Fucking amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That cage match.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
And you know what? I wasn't sold on Leo Rush, the character, but I'm all in. Like, give me something with him, Danhausen, Broken Matt Hardy, like
just intertwining the worlds.
Goldust, Santino,
wow.
All the weird characters, like just one segment only.
I like it.
Beautiful.
Like
it would break the internet.
It would break the internet. The internet's a little broken after this pay-per-view, believe it or not, calling it maybe the best AEW pay-per-view, if not the best pay-per-view ever. You could even go as far as talking all the craziness about the main event that was Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. I immediately put it in the chat. It was AEW's Okada Omega by saying that it's 6 stars. You know what I mean? It was, I loved every freaking second of it. It would ramp down and then ramp back up, ramp down and ramp back up. I'm jumping ahead, but as excited as I was, it's how I got to talk about it. So yeah, we're skipping the pre-show because I couldn't do 6 hours. I had to take breaks in between this show, but I did have to go back and watch all of it all over again. Again, loved it. The last 2 hours, I was so entertained. The boys in the Max were going to get mad at me for this one, but it kind of started with, actually, it kind of went overboard with Mercedes Monet's match. But yeah, we'll get into that one when we get into it. We start with with a three-way tag match for the fuck of it, because it's Forbidden Door, you know what I'm saying? So we just chuck them out there. The Young Bucks versus Team El Sky, or El Sky Team, and Unbound Company, Shingo Takagi and Titan. I love these matches for what they are, but they are what they are. This was just every three-way, four-way tag match you'd see in New Japan with a little PWG sprinkled on it, but it felt more New Japan than anything else. You know what I mean? Shingo had a nice run. You had Mascara Dorado. I love the setting up for the moves. Like there was that whole moment where I think it was Nick Jackson had just hit I want to say it was a 630. And then right afterwards, he literally lays down waiting for Mascara Dorado. It was awesome. It was like not a 630, 450. And I'm over rotating here. But overall, good match. I enjoyed it. It was a positive opener, way to get the crowd going. The old-fashioned WCW Cruiserweight Open, if you really wanted to get technical in a way. But again, more on the New Japan side. But this just screamed, hey, the Young Bucks are back to the top team next in line. Be ready for it. It's not a bad thing. I think I've clamored for it. But then again, to me, it's like when we had that era of, like when the Dudleys and Edge and Christian and would, toss the tag team belts back and forth. It just feels like they are better on the Bucks, in my opinion, of course. But then again, we'll see how we get there, if we get there. But for this one, again, hot opener. What do we think?
Yeah, I think we talked about this before, actually, in previous shows. When the Young Bucks open the show, you know it's going to be a good start.
Absolutely.
I can recall most of the shows that the Young Bucks started were always hot openers. And if you're looking to get a hot start, just throw the Bucks in there. You're gonna be all right.
What I truly liked about this match was it was a true Forbidden Door match, in the sense that you had guys from each of the promotions being presented in the match, and the guys being presented from CMLL and New Japan weren't like the guys you see all the time. It was a little shuffle up of different characters. So it felt truly Forbidden Door, and I completely agree. It was just an opener, cruiserweight fun match. Nothing too much of depth going on here, but solid. Beautiful. Loved it.
DC, as solid as we say, or nay? Yeah.
Like, you want to send a message to what the show is going to be. If you have a garbage dump of an opener,
no, don't do it.
But if you have a banger right to get, it's going to be a good night.
It's going to be a good night. We followed up with a good pairing, a first timer in AEW. We've seen this before in New Japan, and I think maybe in PWG. I'm not too sure on that. Don't quote me. Kenny Omega, Zack Sabre Jr. I'm gonna say this to get it off my chest. I loved this match, but this was not at all the match that I had expected. Not even a little bit. But then again, that I think kind of talks to the evolution or the elevation or the transformation. I can think of all these ANation words, if you will, that Zack Sabre Jr. has been on. You know what I mean? He's not that crafty junior heavyweight anymore. Yes, he's still a ground submission specialist dude who's going to wrench you and twist you in a pretzel and do the whole 9 yards. But he's also a heavy hitter. And that's something he used to kind of have as more of his secondary when he was the junior coming up into the heavyweight division. But again, that was years ago. This is a totally different guy in a totally different time and era. And it grew on me almost instantly, because this was a hard-hitting New Japan match. This felt more like Kenny and and a Shingo Takagi or a Kenny and a Shibata. You know what I mean?
I was just about to say
the
Shibata.
technical submissions and hard hitting. It was all of it wrapped into one. It set it. I don't want to say this match set Kenny up. We know where Kenny's going. We know the titles in his view. We know. Let me hold on. Not know. We're speculating. We're hoping and praying. Let's go with those terms. That the all-in, the big match at Wembley is exactly what we're hoping it to be. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. If TK fucks this up, there's no coming back. I'm sorry, there's no coming back. Just don't do it. I know I put it out in the ether. I yell about it all the time. Don't do it. But hey, had to be said. But we know he's on the way. But we needed a great match, a Forbidden Door type match for this, and it worked out great. I would love to see Zack Sabre Jr. on a regular basis, but at the same time, him showing up sparingly is always an awesome moment.
100% agree. To kind of go back to what you said, I think we had an expectation, and I think that's why it kind of felt a little left to be desired, if you will. Because we have this expectation of Zack Sabre Jr. and what he's going to do, and he kind of switched it up on us. He took a different approach. He brought the strikes. He was throwing some heavy leather.
Yes.
And he was throwing some heavy bombs. Having watched Zack for the last, 8, 9, 10 years now, totally different approach to his game. But nonetheless, it's still Zack Sabre Jr. He still folded Kenny up like a motherfucker.
Yes.
But nonetheless, I think this is still a pretty solid match, especially for number 2 on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I think had we gotten, or let me rephrase that. I think I would be more interested in Zack Sabre Jr. switching up his style, but not for this match tonight. I think in our minds we were building up the Zack Sabre Jr. of old with the Kenny of old, and I think it's kind of wrong on us on both ends. Like, these dudes are getting older; they're not the same young cats anymore, like you were saying, and we kind of set ourselves up for that. But
a little bit,
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was still a very solid match. If you thought it was going to be a bad match in any means, you're wrong. Yeah.
Absolutely wrong. DC, how wrong were they?
It's like Harold said, we expect how they were, 5, 10, however many years ago. If you thought they were going to be how they were then, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But appreciating it for how they are now,
for what it was.
The fact that Kenny's even wrestling is
yeah, exactly.
Incredible. Like, people don't realize how serious diverticulitis is.
Mad serious.
I mean, hell, Brock almost died.
Yeah.
From it.
Again, hella serious.
So, looking at it for how they both are now, I thought it was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Fucking incredible. I like that. I like that a lot. Kenny does get the dub, hits the one-winged angel. The one beautiful thing about Zack Sabre Jr. is he will try to reverse everything. I think there was like 3 one-winged angel attempts, which were all awesome, but the last one hit, and nobody, to my knowledge, has ever kicked out of the one-winged angel. So,
Kota Ibushi.
Oh crap! There's the one. Kota Ibushi. That son of a bitch. God, I can't wait to see him back. He is another one that I can't wait to come back. But he too, once he's back, he goes pedal to the metal and then goes right back out. So, maybe just as a coach, we'll have to see. Well, again, more wishful thinking. But we'll get into another one. I said on Max that there was no way the other guy should have won, even though how big he is on the other show, the whatever have you. But I think his partner is going to be the guy to beat this fella. Jon Moxley versus Bandito for the Continental Championship. Yes, I'm already saying Brody King should totally beat Jon Moxley for the Continental belt. I think it would be fucking the perfect move.
Yep.
And literally this match kind of set that up.
That match.
This kind of set this up. So, and now it set it up by just being there, but in reality, Bandito was not supposed to be in this match. It's supposed to be Colin Newman. It was supposed to be the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and it wasn't because he's out with injury. So this is what they had. But again, as they say, things can be fortuitous. So because of the injury to Calvin Newman, you have this match with Bandito, which was a great match, by the way. Great match, hands down, great match. Then you can immediately branch that for Brody King. You know what I mean? You thought, he was tough enough. Let's see if you think I'm, I could be tougher. And, maybe that should be the guy to beat Mox. Then again, the hard-on that TK has for Jon Moxley is unmeasurable. So I'll leave it at that. I did really enjoy this match. This was just a full-on mean guy match. Just absolute, just obliterating strikes. The thing that got me, though, was, and I know Mox has wrestled enough luchadors in his time to, tear the mask right. Maybe it's just Bandito's mask, but, it almost, ripped off his face completely. He's having to, hold it as he's competing, which really does suck. You know what I mean? It takes away from the match itself. And, again, distracting, but they were able to move on from it. They were, it was a Jon Moxley hit the Death Rider. There was a kick out. He tried to go for the one off the top rope. I love this spot. It was in order to get him to stop, he takes his little flap of a mask and bites John. I love that shit. It's the best. Good reversal, but he eventually just passes out from all the submission attempts. I think it was the Bulldog choke is what finishes him off. Jon Mox. They do a little handshake afterwards. Brody King goes down to just to cheer on his buddy at the last seconds. It is what it is, but again, perfect setup for it. It's not difficult to do. What are we thinking?
It needs to be done. I think at this point, Brody's had so much steam behind him. He's getting to that point where it's starting to cool off. And this is something we've been talking about since 2019, that AEW has this problem when they got their finger on the trigger, they don't fucking pull it.
Nope.
There's been plenty of times to pull it on Brody, and they haven't. But they need to do something quick before he loses that momentum. And this is, I think, the perfect opportunity to do that. So TK, because I know you're listening, do it.
Do it.
Come on.
Be a bit risky, bud.
Yeah, as good as this match was, I feel like just that glimpse of, resetting up for Brody and Mox kind of almost outshined the match in itself, because we knew this match was going to be a banger. Bandito don't miss.
Yeah, never.
Mox can keep up. But, I think that was an important little tingle of story that we might get, and I'm here for it. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, agreed. D.
I thought it was a perfect thing to do. To kind of piggyback off of Rob and you, they're at a critical point with Brody. Do something quickly, or he's going to end up as a Dolph Ziggler of AEW. Somebody that they should have it. They should have it. Maybe get a chance. He'll end up as the Sami Zayn of AEW.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah, god dang it. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. Yeah, no, TK he's really just trying to play it safe. And I mean, I get it. I really do. I understand it, because it's you know what I mean? It's still relatively fresh to company. You know what I mean? You're brand fucking new to booking, and you don't want to look bad. I get it. Yeah. But I think there's that old fashioned saying of you can't win if you don't try. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we don't know what the envelope entails if we don't push it. So let's get to pushing. Shota Umino versus Pac for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. I had said on Max that this one that Pac should win it. I remember when he had the international championship and he was going all over the place, fucking, you know what I mean, defending it. And I kind of thought that that's something maybe he could have did here, you know what I mean? When that belt started traveling and whatever, help put the Death Riders on the map, something cool. But it didn't end up happening. Showdown Amino gets the dub here. A good match. Very, again, New Japan-esque. When the New Japan guys are in here like, hey, dude, you want to go strong style? I guess most of these dudes are like, for sure, let's fucking, kick the shit out of each other. Because that's exactly what it was. I don't know what's with the singlet, though. What is going on? What is going on? I don't. He changes his fucking gear every week, Pac does. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Either he's losing
He got tired of people talking shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got tired of people talking shit.
He has to have, or something,
Like
because
he wears the same damn gear for every single segment, and now he's got new gear every week, and he's wearing regular clothes during the segment.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I know for sure that there's previous episodes of this exact podcast right here where we have not only stated that if we looked like Pac, I wouldn't walk around with anything but underwear anyway. And now that we've said that and we've moved on all of a year or whatever, maybe 2, the guy's wearing a singlet like it's a fucking. It threw me for the biggest loop, and I'm like, huh? Because again, most people hear singlet and they probably think fucking George of the Jungle or whatever, or Andre the Giant even. But those that are in the know, they kind of think Kurt Angle, and that's immediately what I thought. But here's the problem: his shit looked like he stole it from a fucking high school. He's all like, San Jose. There's a high school over here. Fucking walks into the gym and just fucking bullied some senior for his fucking singlet. Because that's exactly what it looked like. Like, why, dude? Just wear some trunks and be out there in your drawers. And if people make fun of you, they fucking make fun. We call fucking Dana Garcia the bag of dicks, for crying out loud. He's not even doesn't have a name anymore. He's bag of dicks.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's like you're worried about people talking about you being in your drawers? Get mad.
I mean,
my Gucci era is over.
He said it's over.
It's over.
My guy wants to go to the grocery store in trunks. Go to the grocery store in trunks. Mow the lawn in your gear. Mow the lawn in your gear, my guy. Do what you got to do. But as far as this match goes, I mean, I think this is everything we expected. Even at the end of the match, we got a throwback to a couple years ago when Shota was still a young lion, and some callbacks to him technically being the first Death Rider. Long-term storytelling, which they say AEW doesn't do. That they're actually running it congruent with another company. How about that?
How about it?
Yeah. Go T-shirt company. Solid match.
Solid.
Yeah, I feel like this match and the Bandito and John Moxley match were almost like mirrors of each other. Like the quality was there, but that little bit of story that you got at the end kind of just like overshadowed the match. Not necessarily in a negative way, but just that, you knew these were going to be bangers and that's what you expected anyway. They delivered on that.
So one thing though that makes you kind of sad just a little bit. Watching the ace of the motherfucking universe barely able to walk.
And Matt Hardy'd out to the ring.
Oh,
bro.
It was agonizing to watch him even get in the ring. And then Mox leaves, and I was like, dude, you could have at least stood there and went face to face with the guy. He fucking had to struggle his ass off to get in the bitch. But, fucking runs away, and I love a Tanahashi sighting any day of the fucking week. I remember going bananas for him when we saw him in L.A. But, like, it's like seeing your heroes.
You just had your last match 6 months ago.
Yeah, real quick, bro.
Fuck.
No training did him in.
The power was in his hair, man. Once he cut the hair, that's a wrap.
That is the truth and a half, if I've ever heard it. All right. I thoroughly enjoyed this match for all that it was about. Every little bit of it. the action, the story, the whole 9 yards. I know they're going to keep going with this. There's going to be more heroes that come out for Okada, not Kazuchika Okada, the other Okada. This was awesome, though. Thekla defending the AEW Women's Championship against Starlight Kid. Starlight Kid, former IWGP Women's Champion. Just absolute fucking superstar. Fucking superstar in Stardom and in Japan alone. She's fucking absolute gold. And Thekla is officially all that in a bag of chips. Okay, like I don't know. She is that new hot thing. I could give you all the fucking like cool one-liners or whatever the fuck, dude, but she's just it. Okay, for lack of better, for more simplicity, even she's just it. Okay, she's gorgeous. She can fucking talk, and I mean, she is so comfortable on the microphone. I don't think I've ever seen a woman that comfortable on a mic, dead ass.
I'm just waiting her to fucking slip and say fuck during a show.
Oh, she's going to. And the day she does, she's going to be more beloved for it. Especially around this bunch. But
she's easily one of the best on the mic in AEW, I would say. Period.
Yeah. In general, top 5. I would say. I was going to go 3. Yeah. But yeah, I'm probably going to go 5 to be on the safe side. And she can wrestle. Wow. This match was
4'11".
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
At 4'11".
She's a little old thing. She's a little old thing. Fiery, though. Fiery. Didn't they say that it was Clark Connors was smacking that? And then it was a rumor that she's like, nah, he wasn't hitting nothing?
Yeah, she confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's a ballsy motherfucker to say that shit. But hey, if whoever said it, it takes a real man to take that one on.
She was hitting him.
That's, hey.
Yeah.
And he was grateful for it, I tell you what.
Toxic spidering.
Hey, to each they own, partner. But this, again, this match was awesome. This is going... What did we just say about long-term storytelling? AEW doesn't do it? Fuck, we're about to go for a hot minute with this thing, but I don't know how long we could go, but I bet you they could stretch it for a minute. We're probably at some point going to get some kind of... like Stardom or Shimmer show and AEW. It's going to be something crazy. We're going to get something bananas out of this. It's going to be fucking awesome, and I can't wait for it. But the thing that I loved about this match, honestly, was just the story itself. The match was good. The action was awesome. Starlight Kid, if you haven't seen her in her element, take the time, take the 5, 10, take the 20-something minutes it's going to take to watch one of her matches and enjoy yourself for a bit because she's outstanding. This one had a story that, again, as Harold has pointed out with a lot of the other ones, has kind of overshadowed a lot of the action, which in this one I think was a lot more, not meaningful, but it was an understandable way. The story is so massive with this one that the action could only do so much because once that bell rang and it was over, the story kept going, but the match was done. And that's what I think got me more invested in the most was the story after the match. And it was Thekla staying true to her word. She said that she was going to unmask Starlight Kid and spit in it. And she does exactly the fuck that. Gives it the old Hakatua, but what makes it that much better is she takes it over to the fucking railing where Okada's standing and fucking makes him like eat the loogie or whatever the fuck. And the dude takes the bump. My man's taking a bump for the spit spot. I fucking love this dude. He's a fucking icon. All right, I need more of this fucking Okada fella. See, there is no Okada that can do wrong. There's no Okada that can do wrong.
100%.
This was...
Did you watch the post-show media scrum?
I did not.
She wore the mask.
She wore it?
She came
God
out
dang it.
wearing the fucking mask.
Yeah.
I got to find a clip of that. Oh, I got to find a clip of that.
Nuts,
but it was, again, really, really good. Story, action, the whole shebang. Awesome little thing. This pay-per-view has given you no real rest point at this point. What are we thinking, boys?
Exactly. I mean, what more could be said? I mean,
yeah, I mean, we know what we paid for.
Yeah, we did. Thekla is delivering on all points. D, you got anything you want to add?
if you are looking for someone that you can build your entire company around, like there is always talk of like the male pillars. Like looking at the women's division, like Thekla is it.
Thekla is it, dude.
Like,
she's it.
Like, and I love that you got her representing, doing the Austrian thing. Like people expecting her to be more e-drones, as we've heard them. They look to think of her as like, well, why isn't she like Gunther?
No thanks. I like this.
She's not 6 foot tall.
Or built.
Man.
Massively.
Or a man.
Or that part too. Don't forget that other part.
It's an important part.
Very.
But I'd say she's one of the biggest stars in women's wrestling.
Period.
Right now.
Yeah.
And that is some hard old facts. All right. I talked about needing a break of a match. We kind of got one in this one, but it was a break mainly because it wasn't a singles match. That was just the only. We got a little bit of a curveball here. So either you were invested in it or you could give a shit about it. And I think a lot of people were pretty on the fence for it. The thing that always gets me is it's like it's coping. So Edge and Christian. I know I have to go backwards, so everybody fucking freak out on me now. Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian were kind of. They were both faces. Okay, let's just be frank. When they were tag team, they were both faces. It is what it is. In this one, Cope is a face, and Cage is. Well, he's an asshole. So I mean, I wasn't gonna call him a heel, but he's an asshole. That's really what he is. So. Like, when you're getting heat on Cage, it's like people don't care. You know what I mean? Like, the crowd is like, it's fucking, you see Christian getting his ass beat? Like, they don't give a shit. They really don't care. Because it's like, he's an asshole. Watch, he's going to come back and be like, I humped your mother, whatever. And we're going to move on with life. And then here comes fucking Cope, and we're all going to get excited. And that's exactly what kind of happened. You know what I mean? Adam Copeland comes in, the crowd gets up for it, but it's when the lights go out and all of a sudden it's the Bang Bang Gang, and I'm like, oh, hey, Bang Bang. I immediately said, where the fuck is Jay White? And somebody in the back's like, they're fucking talking about it, boss. And they hit the lights again. And then here goes Jay White, who has fucking massive beef, by the way, with David Finlay. What it is, I don't remember. I just remember it happened.
A little bit.
And they have
long-term storytelling.
Hey, what do you know?
Finley's the one that kicked him out of Bullet Club.
Oh, hey, what was that again, Harold? The what was it called?
Long-term storytelling.
That's a son of a bitch, I tell you what. Anyway, that happens. Jay White returns. That literally leads to the fucking ending, and Cope and Cage retain the belts. Nobody gives a shit. Everyone's excited that Jay White's back. They're so excited.
Yeah, they popped hard.
He's there. He's so excited that he's back. It's like the fucking, oh my God, I see my friends at the bar run. And you go run into all your buddies. Yeah. And it was the greatest little fucking cool moment ever.
Yeah, on the ramp.
It was awesome.
Looked like a super reunion, bro. It looked so like, great. Man, I wanted to be there.
I know, right? It was just like, you wanted to be there for the moment. You wanted to be there for the boys. It was great. Again, moments or stories that are overshadowing the match action itself.
Yeah, seriously.
This one particularly, nobody gave a shit about the match. They were so hyped about Jay being back. I can confirm that most of us in the Discord watching the show, we were more hyped about Jay being back.
Yeah. We could give a damn. We could give
There was a match.
What match?
There was a match?
Guns up.
Guns up, baby. Oh, that fuck, he's swinging that damn thing. David Finlay, you need to calm down. Swinging that shillelagh like a madman.
Saucing them up.
Saucing this crazy guy.
This is for my daddy.
He gonna hit you extra hard. This is gonna hit extra hard. And for the Max guys, plug your ears. This fucking match ruled. This next match fucking ruled. I enjoyed this far too much. They had a lot of weird botches, but for what it was, I thought it was fucking really good. And the wrong person won, and they really should have just fucking pulled the trigger. Goddamn AEW or fucking TK, just fucking pull the trigger, man. Just pull the trigger. Mercedes Moné against Maya World.
What a goddamn match.
What a goddamn match. But
sleeper hit.
let's be completely frank here for a second. Neither one of these women was meant to be in this match. Neither one of these women was meant to be in this match. Okay, Willow got hurt, and then I forget the other young lady that got hurt as well that got Maya in.
It was Tony Storm.
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm. So there you go.
Tony Storm.
The timeless one. So for those, and I'm going to say this because like we saw it coming. I think almost every single match we knew the winner. We just wanted to know how are we going to get there. This one, I think we knew who was going to win, but I haven't seen somebody get so fucking over so goddamn quick out of fucking nowhere like Maya World. Like seriously,
Yo.
she got so over so fast that people ate up the story about her brother. You know, and you should have just ran with it. You should have just ran with it because I say that to say this. And I got 3 people here to co-sign for me if they will. If I'm gonna go to Wembley, do you know what match I give a shit about more than I do any other match? Will Ospreay winning the belt, and who he's gonna be going against. That's the only shit. That's the only fucking thing I care about. But I'm gonna go for Will Ospreay. You know what I'm not gonna give a shit about? Who's gonna go to take on Thekla for the women's championship at Wembley? I ain't buying my ticket off of Mercedes Moné versus Thekla. I'm buying my ticket for Will Ospreay. Hell, I'm buying my ticket because I could be in Wembley, for fuck's sake. Okay? Let's be fucking real here. But so with that being said, the result of this match doesn't really matter, but how we got there was fucking great. I have no idea who the fuck Maya World is. I have no goddamn clue. Not even a little bit. And she impressed the holy shit out of me. The couple of botches they had, though, managed perfectly. They fucked it up. Okay, try it again. Fucked it up. Try it again. You know what? Fuck this. And ended it. They did not try it 900 times. We have to get the spot. Nope. They were able to call audibles. It worked out really well. I hate admitting when Mercedes Moné does something well, and this is one of those times. So I'm low-key hating myself because, again, this was a fucking really good match. This was a really fucking good match, and I hate it for it because, again, it is Mercedes Moné. But I think that just speaks to Maya World a little bit more, not knowing who the hell she is, and then you put this on in your first pay-per-view. Holy shit.
Yo.
So.
Yeah. I mean, none of us, because we don't watch ROH. We don't really watch Collision anymore. Yeah. So we had no idea who Maya World is. Nope. I mean, aside from the fact when she made the news that her and Hyon got signed a couple months ago because Dixon Newell and Miranda Alizé walked out. So, I mean, this literally put Maya World in a really fantastic spot. She's been doing the tag team thing for a minute. Who fucking knew she could wrestle like that?
Seriously.
Not us, but, you know, and there's this conjecture whether she should have won or lost. I don't think it matters at this point. Like, she's still a fucking made star regardless. People are not going to forget that this was their first, glimpse of Maya World and what she can do. Hopefully, again, like we talked about earlier, AEW not pulling the goddamn trigger. Hopefully they do something with her. I mean, if they relegate her back to ROH, put her with Athena.
Yeah.
Have her chase that title. Like, do fucking something.
I think, not to interrupt you if I am, but I think that's why they meant immediately to the back to Renee and Athena. They're trying to tell you or telegraph in your brain, hey, we know Maya just lost, but don't worry, she's going to go after the Ring of Honor belt. And it's like, here's your consolation prize. But it's like, I don't mind the consolation prize. I know you need to pay your dues and work your way up. But look, she got over as fuck. Quickness.
Like a motherfucker.
And you just proved with the Darby Allin run that if you pulled the trigger on a quote-unquote risky move, it could be positive in the end. And it doesn't have to last long because it's about the moment, not about the longevity. We can worry about longevity in the future. Right now, we're worried about moments. We're worried about making this place memorable. and we're just a little hesitant, kind of like his footy club. Harold, what do you got?
I called this like a fucking year ago that Mercedes would get it. And I think realistically, it's a foregone conclusion. We know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Can confirm DC did call this like a year ago that she was going to win it 2 years in a row.
He did, actually. I remember this very, very, very much so.
At this point, on Dynamite this one, they may as well just have Thekla just hand her the belt. Like, here.
Right.
I think that's going to be an interesting dynamic if they keep Mercedes heel. We got a heel versus heel thing going on. Mm-hmm. So
it'd be weird.
At least Tony's got the wherewithal to where, hey, if someone's a face and they're getting booed out of it in every city, turn them. At least he has the wherewithal to do that, not be like, no, they're going to be a face. This is what we're doing.
Because he's diluting the Coke in his coffee these days.
I like it.
Cadmium gold, baby.
Caffeine-free coffee, though.
Sure, whatever you want to call it. Harold, anything to add?
He's trying to be healthy.
I mean, nothing more than what you guys have already brushed upon. The only thing I could think of that I thought was really good about Maya World is I felt a lot of emotion when she wrestled.
Yeah.
A lot of the newcomers don't have that connection with the audience so quick. Something I think Javon Evans is very good at as well, connecting to the emotions of the audience. And I felt like that made Mercedes, in turn, be more emotional with her moves, her offense and defense as well. Almost like she was like, oh, you're not going to upstage me on this. Let me show some emotion, some tension, some anger. So I felt like that she actually brought that out of Mercedes in an awesome way. Solid match.
Solid. Don't go crazy about it, folks. It was, we praise him as we see him. I'm going to praise the fuck out of this one. So the round cage, great innovation. Like, I know it's like simple as fuck, but I thought it looked great. Yeah. I really did. I thought it looked great. Unique because we've never really seen it. It worked out well. It just kind of made it look like a massive mosh pit. I dig it. Team Briscoe versus was it whatever the fucking MJF. DCMJF. So Briscoe is Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, the conglomeration basically with with Tenosuke Takeshita and Darby Allin, and then DCMJF. It's MJF, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andre El Idolo rocking the fuck WWE shirt. Holy shit, this guy with the shirts. This guy was crazy with the shirts. I love it. This match was exactly what you thought it was going to be, utter butt fucking chaos and some action. And that's exactly what we got. However, for me, I was a little more focused on the battle between MJF and Andrade. It's like Andrade would do something, and then MJF would get mad, and then he'd do something. And then Andrade would get mad, and they'd try to consistently one-up each other. And then it got to the point where Andrade's like, fuck you, I'm taking my pants off. And like, that was his thing. Because, he gets really, the people pop when he takes his pants off. And I've never seen a man try to stop you know what? No, yes, I have. It's like, it was like a dad trying to stop a toddler from taking his pants off in public. That's MJF just brought it. No. We don't do this here. It was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Another fantastic spot, which I don't know so much if it was a dig at the World Cup with the stupid ass hydration breaks, but Orange Cassidy grabs out of his backpack the fucking oranges, and it's got a note on it from Willow. It's like, from Willow, go get them, guys, or I forgot what the thing said, but it's fucking
like
hydration
a mom
break.
packing the lunch bag.
It's like I laughed. I laughed way too damn hard for the simplicity that was orange slices. But then what makes everything that much better is there's dudes bleeding. So they're like, fucking squeeze the orange in your goddamn cut. And I'm like, oh, you're a dick. You're a total asshole for that shit. But it was great. I loved it. Mark Briscoe is an absolute fucking bloody mess. and it's he ends up picking up the dub. Great match. I think he called it.
He knows.
He does know. Yeah. Oh, that's right. The fucking turn. I forgot about the turn. I cannot forget about the turn. So the shirt changes to fuck Don Callis and fuck MJF. And I suspected a turn. I don't know why I thought Roddy was going to turn. Just because of like the way Don Callis was talking about him, the way that he like immediately tapped after getting in a submission on Wednesday. I just kind of thought maybe Roddy. I overthought it. Andrade, who's been needing to get out of this situation, gets out of this situation. Thank God for it. Fucking turns on MJF. Team Briscoe picks up the dub. Thank Jesus for it. And I think he called it for Wednesday. This Wednesday is a fucking world championship match. Mark Briscoe, MJF. So
it is.
Max got what he wanted.
This match was fucking wild. I'm gonna admit I had some low expectations coming into this.
Yeah.
Just because this was not really like a typical Forbidden Door. Like what the fuck are we doing this? We could be doing this next month at Redemption. We could be doing this at Wrestle Dream.
Yep.
Like you're fucking up the whole point of this pay-per-view.
Fucking it up.
But you got the round cage. They call it the Death's Door.
I like it.
Not mad at that. Kevin Knight getting electrocuted on top and falling off the cage into some tables. That was interesting. And I for some reason I didn't see Kevin Knight pulling that off, but he did so very gracefully. Our guy Leo Rush.
Oh, the Leo.
I don't know what the fuck to say about this. I've been a massive Leo fan from the beginning. The Blackheart character, the one from the Indies, this Blackheart character now just had a match with Shotzi Blackheart at GCW here in LA a couple days. The absolute most entertaining shit I've ever seen in my life. So this whole Leo Rush thing, he's in the hockey bag of all places. He gets out of the hockey bag. He starts doing his thing. He bites Okada. Has a nice little spot with Kevin Knight before he gets the shit kicked out of him, shoved back in the hockey bag and taken out. That was the best, and I think at this point the conglomeration just needs to give Blackheart a backpack now because he's in the fucking groove. But nonetheless, low expectations aside, this kind of exceeded expectations. This was really fun, and I will never doubt a multi-man cage match of this magnitude again.
Right.
And love it. It had the hardcore, it had the wrestling, it literally had everything you could want.
It's fine.
It's fine. He knows.
How you know?
Oh,
The backpack middle finger spot between Takeshita and Okada.
I laughed so
Okada
hard.
is like, his facial expressions were just...
You motherfucker.
You got me something. Bitch.
Perfect. Yeah, who would have thought that the what made this match what it wasn't like, oh, they did this crazy ass spot where a guy did a 630 off the roof, or no, it in honesty, it kind of lacked spots like that. It was more of these thoughtful spots, like Leo Rush and the hockey bag, which a great touch was they had the hockey bag come out first, and Roddy was swinging it around, pretending like it was super heavy, hitting people out with it. And then they put it back under the ring, and you could tell that's when Leo hopped in the bag. And then they pulled the bag back out, and then Leo was in there. So little things like that, the backpacks with all the, the school supplies that ended up being useful in the match, the thumbtacks, the used Nintendo in the backpack.
And he blew on it.
Yeah, he blew on the cartridge. The controllers were wrapped in barbed wire. I don't know if a lot of people caught that.
Oh, I didn't see that. Fuck.
Yeah, the oranges, like everything. Darby had the backpack up at the top that ended up exploding. Like it was just like, this bunch of school kids doing pranks on their friends, and that just happens to help them win the match. It just made it so much fun. A lot of vaudeville going on. It was great.
It was a entertaining carnival show, as vaudeville is. Again, I was so entertained. It wasn't so much the action. It was an entertaining watch overall. And we go from entertaining to I want to. I call it the Okada Omega of AEW, but this has a little bit different of a vibe because Okada Omega wouldn't bleed, but these gentlemen did. So this is why it's the AEW, the new AEW standard. I'm going to call it because just wow, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, men's Owen Hart final winner goes on to Wembley, and he's Bane. He was born in the darkness. And now he's here for his revenge. And Swerve was just Swerve. He was just Swerve. But, outstanding freaking match. The thing that I don't like, though, is how they kicked out of fucking everything. Everything and then some. I'm like, can you guys just not obliterate your own finishing badass moves, please? Because, like, some of these moves would beat anybody on any given week. But then against this fella at this given time is nothing. And it was like the Stormbreaker, like, please, like, stop kicking out of the Stormbreaker. Fucking stop it. Like, dude, that move is so awesome. You can't do it. Can't do it. Anyway, this match ruled. I absolutely screamed in utter horror when they did the stair spot. When he swung him into the steps and it looked like he hit the fucking corner perfectly.
Yeah.
I jumped out of my skin. I thought that man is blind or dead. I can't figure it out. And nope, it was a fucking just absolute cinema. Cinema it was because of how perfect it turned out. The bloodbath is on. These dudes are just they're at each other's limits, and then they take a break. And that break rejuvenates them. The crowd gets behind them. The wake up happens. And it's a fucking just finishing onslaught by Ospreay. And it's fan-fucking-tastic. He hit the Death Rider. I love how he hit a DDT and then the Death Rider. Yeah. I was like, I think you fucked it up. But it's okay. Because I liked it either way. I thought it was a good build-up to moves. You know, him having to like hit the Styles Clash almost anywhere. And then he hit it on the table. Another fucking great spot. This was just outstanding. You know what I mean? And it's going to set up for Will being the face of this company yet again. And because when he is, it feels like everything's good. It's like when him or Kenny is on top, it feels like all is right in the world. There is no boring. There is no slow. This is the show to watch. I love Jon Moxley. I really do. But he gets boring fast. He does. I love him to death. Boring fast. You can only do so much with Swerve. You can only do so much with Hangman. These two fellas, Will and Kenny, are going to be it. When Okada ends up getting this belt, he will be the next guy that is it. But until then, it's these two mugs. And right now, it's destined for one of them to have it, and the other one pass it. And I cannot wait till we get to that conclusion, but I'm fucking loving the build-up to it. 6 stars.
And we will accept nothing less, Uncle Dave.
No.
Telling you right now.
I'll fight you.
Nothing less. The biggest, I think, the nice little sprinkle on the proverbial puddles of blood here was the call-outs to Hangman. They hit a dead eye.
Oh, the Deadeye forearm was gnarly.
They hit the buckshot hidden blade.
Sling blade.
Buckshot, yeah.
That shit was fucking beautiful, bruv. But just the fact that they both have that tie to Hangman, and they were able to call it out in this match was fucking awesome. I called it before the match started. I said someone was going to die, and I'm pretty sure Will died at least 3 times during this match.
Yeah.
At least.
But fantastic. I hope Swerve takes a couple of weeks off. I think he's going to need it. Bruv, I know he's not going to. He'll probably be wrestling on Wednesday. Yep. But he probably needs to take a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
The smart thing would do, but we know how that works.
Doc Samson, please do not clear either of these men.
No. If you're a smart man, give me more backstage segments with ice packs.
Please.
Yeah, we don't need it with the title matches we got set up right now for this Dynamite anyways. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy.
Take it easy.
But I might get a little pushback for this, but as I was watching this main event, I thought to myself, this feels like the Okada Omega New Japan and the Attitude Era had a baby.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And this match kind of came out. The whole attitude of the event, I feel, felt like that, like with the big 12-man. It just felt like a pro wrestling centric kind of not rocky, but rock and roll type vibe to it, almost like the touches of ECW in there.
Mhm.
It just felt right. Attitude, New Japan. And that match to me just kind of solidified it.
Attitude and New Japan. I like that.
I have no arguments against that because my initial thought was if ECW produced a New Japan match, that's exactly what we got here.
Bingo.
Mm-hmm. D, what you got?
That boy Demon Thought.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Khan, for the love of fucking God, make these two dudes stay away for like 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks.
At least.
Like, Will just got married. Give Alex Windsor the time off too. Just say
Yes.
keep homeboy occupied. Like, take his phone away. Whatever you gotta do. Because goddamn, like, you mentioned it earlier with Ibushi goes to steal a phrase, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah, me.
And he ends up getting hurt. I don't want to see either Will or Swerve get seriously hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because they might
The
already.
last thing we need. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no, we've seen what happens to this company when Swerve goes on hiatus, but then again, we've seen the positive that happens after he comes back from his hiatus, or his injury, I should say. So, but yeah, no, again, way to end on an absolute bang, or banger as we like to call it, but just wow, way to finish it. Last 2 hours were just amazing, and now it's all said and done, and then we're on the road to, I want to say, Wrestle Dream is next, and then, is it Wrestle Dream that's next?
No, I think we got the new pay-per-view.
Yeah, new one.
Redemption, I think it's called.
Redemption, that's right. Yeah,
I think
that
it's
Redemption show.
AEW Hyatt Regency.
That too. All these other shows are going to come out of the fucking woodworks watch. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no. So we got more in line. I think we got 2 or 3 more shows before we get to Wembley. So it's going to be...
Jesus.
We're going to get some changes. Some things are going to get swervy. Some guys are going to get angry. But hopefully we're going to get the matchup we want. I like to swerve. That we want at Wembley, which is Kenny versus Will for the title. Yes.
So Redemption will be on July 26th in Montreal.
Montreal.
When does AEW Hilton Garden Inn take place?
Right, hook a brother up. Get the up close seats one time. But all right, that's it for us. Forbidden Door came and went. I think there's going to be remnants of it this Wednesday. You're going to have some guys hanging out that are still, in town from Japan. Maybe we should get another Tanahashi sighting in San Diego or whatever have you. Fortunately, I won't be at the show, but wish I could brag about it. Maybe not, but at least we'll get to check it out on the thing. You get to hear me brag about it later on Max, so enjoy that part for that. But before we get on out of here, the boys, again, the hiatus is hopefully over, but the boys have been hard at work for as much as they have. We've had guys going on vacation. I know D's been working hard with Mike. I know Rob's working hard with Mike. I know everyone's been working hard. So let's see what the boys got happening. Rob, what's going on with you? What's going on with the whole everything that's happening, from the music to the Black Hearts to the grapples?
Deep into the heart of wrestling with myself, Michael Larkin, and Nicola McDonald, the Demoness, as some of you gents know her. We did predictions for 2 out of the 4 fucking shows this weekend, which, by the way, hope y'all watched some wrestling this weekend because a lot of it was spectacular. So we did 2 out of the 4 episodes. We actually did a collaboration effort with the RWT podcast.
Hey.
So the DC was on it, along with Paul Morales, Nicola, and myself. So we did a thing. We've got a show coming up this week. We're going to be heading back into the Origins series. I believe we are going to do the Three Faces of Su Yung this week. And possibly some more predictions, I think, in the future we got coming up here. So deep into the heart of wrestling. A lot going on there. Linktree/BlackHeartsEBD3. All of our social media stuff is there. On the music front, actually, you know what? Because I don't think we promoted it very much, but we did a wrestling roundtable. So every once in a while we come together, everybody, all the podcast, we kind of get together and talk about one significant thing. We did a wrestling roundtable about the first episode of TNA, which I believe now is on its 23rd anniversary.
Yes, sir.
Which is a spectacular show. So definitely go check that out. As far as what I've got going on, we're still writing some new music. I recently wrote a new theme song for the RWT podcast, so definitely go check that out. It's it's a little different from the previous theme, but nonetheless, it bangs. The boys approve, and hopefully people that watch the show approve. So if you want to follow what I'm doing, you can follow me at Linktree/HeyI'mRob. A lot of music in the pipeline. We're halfway through 2026 already, and that's fucking crazy to say. But definitely a lot of music coming this year. A lot of more podcasting. So follow your boy. Hey, I'm Rob.
Hey, he's Rob. Make sure to give him the big old follow. DC, what's the haps? What's going on with the pundit? What's going on with everything else?
Got some stuff dropping tomorrow. Beyond that, stay tuned.
Wow. Simplistic as ever. I fucking love it. So that leaves Harold. I know you had a vacation. I don't know if any filming went down, but what's going down with the Two Sweet Click Adventures?
Hey, you know, your boy has been on a hiatus, him and his girl. We've been taking care of family business, health, etc., things like that. So we've been on a bit of a hiatus from filming, but that doesn't mean we haven't been living our lives. We just came back from beautiful Cape Cod. So if you happen to follow us on our social media, you could check out that there. In the meantime, we are attending the Beach Boys this weekend for July 4th at the Hollywood Bowl. So check out Two Sweet Click Adventures. We did a beautiful episode for the Beach Boys. It was an honor of them. Visited some of their favorite places around the Los Angeles area. Had some grub. So check that out. Two Sweet Click Adventures on YouTube.
Nothing but good vibrations.
Oh, the good vibrations. I like it.
Citations, babe.
The boys got so much happening. The only other place you're going to catch me talking this grapples nonsense is on the Max Wrestling, which you can catch each and every Thursday on the YouTube's YouTube/Max Wrestling. And then the Footy Talk is on the Max Footy Pod if you want to mess around and talk some soccer, as we like to call it in America. It's an English term, by the way. Maybe I'll make an episode on that one time. You can catch me there as well, but until then, you can catch the boys when we're done with a hiatus and we get back on some more stuff. Like I said, we got, I want to say, at least 2 more AEW shows before we get to All In. We definitely will be covering All In. I know there's some nonsense going on with WWE, and NXT has been a hot topic as well. So, God only knows when the boys will come back. But when we do, I promise you, it'll be yet another banger. So thank y'all for kicking it with us. We'll see y'all when we see y'all. And Too Sweet until then.
With the TSK, we're the voice of the ring, paving our own way. With these beats dropping heavy, the crowds are live from the West Coast vibe, but true champion is thrive. On this wild ride, TSK on the mic for the best in pride ride. In the spotlight shining bright, watch us steal the show. Let that make rest debate. Then to our moment, we won't